That's not very hard to do. Mass murder friendly. It's double bass is real. Oh yeah, I can't play music for my intro if I'm not playing music for my intro. Duh. I'll just stop that because that's just me listening to music. Alright, so copy this, copy. Are you fucking around with your GIF still? Hashtag. Hashtag function. News. Just gonna hashtag Castrodon. Hashtag support small streams. Talk show. I didn't say talk, I said talk show. Talk show. Nice. Huh? I love how my stupid streamer tag hasn't updated. It says a speakeasy D&D. Maybe the titles have been updated like 20 times already. I hate that how that happens. Like when you go to link something, it's just like it's not updated. Your God hates you. It's like yeah, that's correct. Okay, get it. We get it, Kenneth. The more you know. Fuck. And knowing is half the battle. The only thing that's going to be triggering is the random GIFs, like the size difference. It's just like, the more you know. Okay.
GIFs now, goddammit. And it's going to be great. I can be like, problem solved.
It can be like, welcome to Table Talk Thursday, episode 68. I'm your host, Dr. 1 with my co-host over here.
Raining Death 999, also known as Kenneth.
Fantastic. I did say 68. It is 68. Ooh, I almost think I forgot for a minute there. But hello and welcome to the weekly news show. Your weekly news show. And I guess go ahead and get us started.
Alright, so good news for the people of the UK.
As I sit here and play with my Elgato Stream Deck.
Yes, because we both got new Elgato Stream Deck.
Elgato Stream Decks. I can sit here. I can push buttons to change to this, and this. Oh, that's behind the scenes. And this, and that, and this, and that, and that.
And I can do this.
And he can
And then I can do that. Actually, that one's broken. That's right.
And I can do that. Oh, it doesn't work.
That button is broken. But I can do GIFs and switch scenes and all kinds of
I want to play with the soundboard. Where's this thing? Oh, so it pulls an audio file. Play stop. Is there a way to have it play overlap, play restart, loop stop? I like how you can individually set each soundboard's fucking volume. So it's really nice. You just use random fucking sounds and whatever. Problem is, I'd have to get chopped up sound pieces for this.
Yeah, but also it's fine for most things because it goes over your desktop audio thing. Mm-hmm. It's like if I hit this.
I didn't do shit, obviously, because I'm not you.
Yeah, I know. I wanted it to go through my mic so I could use it in other programs. But I can't quite get it to work. But as long as the people can hear.
The fuck was that? Oh, that was you opening the door. What's wrong with you? My nose. Oh. I thought I heard the door slam.
Anyways. Enough about our stream decks and...
Enough about our stream decks.
Yes, streams. Yeah. Tell Cohen to shut up. It's making too much noise.
Hey Cohen, Kenneth said to shut up. And come watch us, you fuck. Watch us live. If you need that, take that in there with you. Fuck you, Kenneth.
I heard that.
Of course you did. to it. So now I have live viewer counts on the main Stream Deck page. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. We have cool things here. We're increasing production value.
I mean, I spent $100 on it. I'm going to use it for $100 and be like, I'm never using this ever again.
I'm going to use it. I'm making another one of these.
I want to hack and do other things with it. The fuck do you need another one for?
I don't know. I could use it for multiple things.
Not too many things.
It's pretty versatile.
I mean, you can hack it and use it for other things, some other things.
Oh, we'll figure it out. Anyways, back to UK news. Medical cannabis will now be approved for use as of August.
So there's this website button here, hotkey, search, hotkey, open text, multimedia. I like the multimedia button, so I can sit here and be like, boop, boop. So it turns it into useful, Stream Deck other than when you're streaming. In theory. Yeah. Or if you're like me and you already have a really cool gaming keyboard, it doesn't matter, you already have everything at touch fingertips. Plus 30 fucking programmable keys that I probably could have used instead of the Stream Deck. But I like the LCD screens and putting pictures for everything. Honestly, that's the only thing I like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because really, it's surprising that nobody's filled this particular niche. Because I mean, I know myself having LCD screens that I can see what's going on, what I'm actually displaying is fucking useful. Anyways, doctors will be able to prescribe medicine.
Doctor, give me the news. All right, I'm sorry.
Got a bad case. Anyways, derived from marijuana.
Making gay heart signs.
By the autumn, it was announced. Following the advice from two sets of independent advisors, this is a quote, I've taken the decision to reschedule cannabis-derived medicinal products, meaning they will be available on prescription. So, originally, marijuana is scheduled as Schedule 1, similar to how it is in America. And this is an actual rescheduling of cannabis and just cannabis-derived medical products. So it's good. They recognize the medical use of cannabis. Hopefully this will finally fucking prompt the United States to do something.
No, that's asking for too much.
Considering medical marijuana is available in like 30-something states and recreational in like 10. Yeah. But this will help patients with exceptional clinical need. But Mr. Javed said it was in no way the first step to the legalization of cannabis for recreational use. Well, that's where he's wrong.
Mixer and Twitch? Yeah, that's right. Fix it. Now I can watch myself get into the screen further in that direction as he opened up my other laptop and did that.
Yep.
That's a good boy, high kick.
But this is insane, the possession fines. So the possession of marijuana carries an unlimited fine and up to 5 years in jail, while dealers face 14 years in prison. So theoretically, they could fine you, an unlimited amount of money for carrying weed. Yeah, you're carrying an ounce? $1 million fine. That'll teach you.
That's true. High Kick said yeet on both. Oh yeah, High Kick's a mod now. It's so weird. I should never give him power.
An initial review by Dame Sellies Davis, a medical chief advisor, concluded there is evidence medicinal cannabis has therapeutic benefits. And the Advisory Council for the Misuse of Drugs, which carried out the second part of the review, last week said doctors should be able to prescribe medicinal cannabis provided products that meet safety standards. So this is a good news for medical marijuana and for the people of UK suffering from a wide variety of maladies that medical cannabis is known to alleviate, including things like appetite, seizures, epilepsy, and a number of other things, glaucoma, something.
Yep.
So definitely this is good news, and hopefully this will actually, now that the UK is doing it, and the UK is a major partner as a part of the coalition to end drugs like marijuana and such around the world, hopefully that'll prompt its other partners, including the United States, to ease up eventually.
Maybe.
Anyways, on to the next story.
Maybe eventually. Probably not, though. This is America. The fuck yeah we're talking about. Alright. Egypt zoo accused of painting donkey to look like a zebra. So this is a funny story. Because, hold on. Anyway. Because, as I get sidetracked, fucking...
To get sidetracked by something.
The coworker of mine says he owns a donkey, which is actually a zebra-donkey mix.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's kind of weird. I said I don't believe. He's like, it's okay, bro. I'll bring the pictures. And because he said that, you know, somebody else was saying that bullshit doesn't exist. Apparently he hasn't. Apparently it does exist. So, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, a zoo in Egypt has denied painting black stripes on a donkey to make it look like a zebra after a photo of the animal appeared online. Show picture. This dude's face is kind of hilarious. I don't know what's funnier, this fucking donkey or this dude's face. Let me go with this dude's fucking face. Look at that fucking face. This dude's face is hilarious. Also, it definitely looks like a donkey.
No, it definitely is. I mean, the ears, the nose, the fact that it's black paint is smudging.
Right? Anyway. So, yeah. Aside from its small side and pointy ears, there are also black smudges on its face. The pictures quickly went viral, with experts weighing in on the species of the animal. A vet contacted by local news group extranews.tv said the zebra's snout is black while its stripes are more consistent and parallel. Mr. Soren told Extra News that the enclosure contained two animals and that both had been painted. When contacted by local radio station Nogum FM, zoo director Mohammed Sultan insisted the animal was not fake. This is not the first time the zoo has been accused of trying to fool its audience. Unable to find a way around the Israeli blockade, a zoo in Gaza painted two donkeys to look like zebras in 2009. I mean, it is what it is. Another Gaza zoo put stuffed animals on display in 2012 because of the shortages of animals. In 2013, a Chinese zoo in Henan province tried to pass off a Tibetan Mastiff dog as an African lion. And in 2017, a zoo in Guangxi province disappointed visitors by exhibiting blow-up plastic penguins.
Yep. On to our next story, which is about the Toronto shooting that happened Sunday.
Someday? Always.
On the street in Toronto, getting the most attention, Danforth Avenue, there was a massive show of solidarity tonight. A vigil was held for the victims of Sunday's mass shooting, including 10-year-old Juliana Kozis.
I'm gonna have to stop for a second, just to point out something.
And a Kozis.
This dude's fucking makeup level is insane.
I mean, yeah, that's a shit ton of makeup.
Like I normally
unnatural.
don't point this out, but seeing this dude's face, it looks like a woman that overput on makeup. Like, holy fucking shit.
Well, it's just poor makeup girls. You know, whoever's doing the makeup.
Still, it sucks dick.
The little girl was killed
No,
while she was
okay.
out for ice cream with her family. In her hometown of Markham, flags were lowered to half-mast outside the Civic Center. And inside, people signed a book of condolence. CTV's Peter Ackman has more on the procession through Greektown and new information about the killer's path.
Hundreds gathered at the place where the Danforth attack ended Sunday night, outside the church where the shooter died. Then the group marched through Greektown, retracing the steps of the murder spree. While the focus was on remembering the victims, questions have been swirling all day about the motives of the attacker.
This gentleman that did it had mental health issues is a different thing, and we know we have to deal with that. But if it's an ISIS, you're dealing with a whole different situation.
ISIS is now claiming Faisal Hussein was a
See,
soldier
look at
of the Islamic
Canadians.
State.
They're like,
although the group
hey, this guy has a mental health issue. We need to get on that. And of course, ISIS is claiming responsibility for this thing like they always do.
provided no proof. Almost immediately, Toronto's police chief challenged the statement. We have no evidence to support these claims. We will continue to explore every investigative avenue, including reviewing his online activity. But terror experts doubt there were any direct ties.
I don't put a lot of credence in that whatsoever, but the reality might be that this individual was somehow or another inspired by that mindset.
Police sources have confirmed the handgun Hussein used was illegal and came from the U.S. A weapon he likely got from his brother, who's now in a drug-induced coma. He had prior drug arrests in Saskatchewan and linked to a massive gun bust in Ontario.
Did you not watch the video?
More concerning sources.
No, I'm watching it. He got it from the United States.
Yeah, that's what I laughed about.
Close to the investigation tell CTV News they discovered rounds of large caliber ammunition inside Hussein's apartment. And now a former high school teacher of Hussein from 2008 says police were called after he talked about killing people. His classmates remember him as awkward.
I could see him like writing or sketching, and it was always very dark and hard for me to understand.
The 29-year-old was detained by police twice under the Mental Health Act, but had no criminal record. Today, in a secret early morning funeral, Hussein was buried. The same day it was revealed that he shot and killed himself. For many on the Danforth, this new information changes nothing.
The outcome is the same. Lives lost, people sad, people in shock, people afraid to leave their houses.
Not forgotten during tonight's vigil, those who still remain in hospital. The latest update has 6 people still receiving medical treatment. 3 are in critical condition. Omar.
All right, Peter Ackman with the latest on the shooting in Toronto. Peter, thanks.
Illegal likely came from the US. This is just a new update or the weird sound video thing, the jigger. Alright. And now back to us. Haha. Good old Stream Deck. Alright.
Yeah.
On to you, Kenneth.
Yes. So, explosions at rocked a U.S. embassy in Beijing, China.
That's... I don't expect China to have, like, terrorists like that.
Well, I expect it right now. Tensions between the United States and China are very high, especially with the tariffs going on, which is causing the Chinese yuan to drop in value dramatically. It's at its lowest in like 5 years.
But how? Like, China just... What? China is stronger economically than we are. That doesn't make sense.
Well, we're a major trading partner, and we're also a global powerhouse. We are stronger than China economically.
I find that hard to believe.
And also considering that... And also consider the trade war is bad for everybody. It's bad for China. It's bad for the United States. You know, I mean, our dollar's probably going down. But the thing is, the Chinese yuan, there's worries about, you know, currency manipulation and other things, artificial devaluation by the Chinese government in an attempt to make China more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't done them any favor. So it's probably this attacker is extremely angry at the United States for causing this trade war. Because in China, the propaganda they're trying to put out is that this trade war is a minor thing, that it's not really causing any problems, that business will go on as normal. So the Chinese are trying to downplay it dramatically to the Chinese people. Whether they're successful or not, that's a whole other story.
That's fairly accurate. But I find it hard to believe that a random Chinese person is going to get explosive material to build a bomb in China. Seeing as how heavily scrutinized China is, with their ridiculous multinational facial recognition cities, their infinite Chinese firewall that always knows what you're doing, they're spying on their own citizens, there's no way they didn't know. No way.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking impossible. This is how, you know, ingrained they are in every citizen's life. I wonder what this dude's social credit score was.
Well, it's definitely gone down from here.
I mean, his psychopath's definitely clouded, obviously.
Oh, well, absolutely.
God damn it. So, you know, one wonders if they let it happen, to be honest.
I don't think they let it happen. Having an embassy attacked is bad publicity, and China doesn't need bad publicity at this time, especially not against the United States.
Oh, so it says it's a small firecracker device, so it's not even a real bomb.
Well, supposedly there was a lot of smoke from the video that they were showing.
Mm-hmm.
It says it was small. I don't know how small because there was a lot of smoke.
No, and this is Chinese firecrackers. Have you seen Chinese fucking fireworks? So I guess that puts things in perspective slightly.
Anyways, so yes, witnesses reported the large explosion this afternoon before dozens of officials swooped in on the area. There was an explosion at approximately 1 p.m. today in the public space off the southeast corner of the embassy compound, an embassy spokesperson said. According to the embassy's regional security officer, there was one individual who detonated a bomb. Other than the bomber, there were no injuries. The local police responded. Beijing police confirmed that a 26-year-old man from Inner Mongolia set off the small firecracker device at the intersection. Police said the man's hand was injured and he was taken to a hospital. There was no word on the motive, but police are investigating. Chinese media said witnesses reported that the man intended to hurl the device into the embassy, but it exploded before he could get it over the fence, injuring people and a police car in its path. So there we go.
My police car had feelings and it's injured. Oh.
Next.
Yeah. Sending off that text message. Novichok poisoning victim Charlie Raleigh reveals perfume gift he gave to partner contains deadly nerve agent. What? Hold up. What?
Yeah.
So
the Novichok keeps on rolling.
So Novichok poisoning victim Charlie Raleigh has revealed a sealed box of perfume, which he found and later gave to his girlfriend, contained a deadly nerve agent which killed her.
So I have some speculation on this that I'll go in once you're finished.
Alright. In an exclusive interview with ITV News, the 45-year-old explained how his partner, Dawn Sturgis, fell ill moments after spraying the liquid on her wrist. Spraying. He said within 15 minutes, I believe Dawn said she felt like she had a headache and asked me if I had any headache tablets. Aspirin? Question mark? I had to look around the flat, and within the time, she said she felt peculiar and needed to lie down in the bath, which at the time I thought was a bit strange. I went to the bathroom and found her in the bath, fully clothed, in a very ill state. Mr. Raleigh later fell critically ill himself. Dawn died 8 days later. He told ITV News he had found a sealed box in a cellophane wrapper containing a perfume bottle some days earlier, and had kept it at his Amesbury home before handing it to his partner of 2 years as a gift. He explained how he struggled to remember where he had originally found the item, but was convinced it was legitimate and looked like it hadn't been used, which made me think it was quite safe, he said. He told ITV News he had found a sealed box... wait, no, I just read that. He explained how he struggled to remember where he had originally found the item. Is this copy here? I think this was copied twice, Kenneth.
Is it copied?
It is copied twice. I was like, I'm not reading the same thing twice, and look up right above. It's the same thing twice. No, none of that. Mr. Raleigh says he doesn't remember falling ill. But I'm told by friends he was stumbling and foaming at the mouth. He remained unconscious for weeks. There you go. So is this possibly like some sort of Russian operation where they grabbed the guy and fucking like brainwashed him?
No.
You deleted the wrong thing, dude.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the one at the bottom was that needs to stay. The foaming is the ones that need to stay. There's two above that need to go. Here,
okay.
just let me do it.
Yeah, just...
There you go. Do it.
Yeah.
Kill it. End it.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay. No? You not have editing rights?
No, I have editing rights. I just thought you were going to do it. I said do it, and then you just didn't do it. I said,
Okay. See, so I have two theories. This is all speculation, folks. All of it's speculation. I know nothing about the finer details of this. But I have two things.
Does nothing all the time. It's fine. This is normal. This is fine.
So one. So it's a bit of a two-parter. So the first part is this was left by another agent. By like there's two. I imagine if this is Russia, which all sources point to it probably being Russia. So I'm expecting there's probably two Russian agents. One of them dropped off the box, and then probably told another one to come pick it up at a certain time. But it was intercepted by this guy. And it was a perfume box because it's an unassuming thing, oh, it's just a perfume box off the side of the road. Nobody's really going to pay attention to it. It's not suspicious. People throw out old perfume or whatever all the time, or the boxes that the perfume comes in. So I imagine, this guy may have inadvertently intercepted this package that was meant for somebody else.
Obviously, this guy stole this.
Yes, he doesn't know where he found it. He got it from somewhere. Like I said, if he found it on the street, my assumption is that it was an intercepted dead drop.
Yep.
But if he got it somewhere, I don't know.
Either that or he was trying to kill his loved one.
Yeah, but he also was affected, so nobody who did this would also try and inadvertently affect themselves. Because it could have killed him, too.
Yeah, but what if he didn't know just how powerful it was? One of those some stupid person buying it.
I suppose, but you also got to remember, if they even mention the word Novichok, that's hot in the UK right now. I mean, people know what it is, what's going on.
Do they? Does Prince know what Novichok is?
Prince is dead.
No, he's not.
Isn't he?
Not the singer, I mean our Prince. The one that hung around Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Not real Prince, damn it!
Well, you said Prince, and I'm like... He's dead. What are you talking about?
Reminds me of
the artist formerly known as Prince.
Reminds me of the fucking Animaniacs episode, Fingerprints. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my other thing is that, I forget what the other theory was that we were talking about.
I talked about brainwash and super secret.
You did talk about brainwashing.
Shit. That's what it's a possibility.
But I'm just kind of thinking. I'm thinking of it from a normal person's perspective.
Thanks.
Yes, because he said that his girlfriend recognized it. So, I mean, maybe he got it from a shop or something as a gift because it was their 2-year or something anniversary. So it's really difficult to say because it was definitely.
Maybe it was made to look like whatever the fuck his girlfriend recognized.
Well, that's the thing. It was maybe recognized as a popular brand. So what if he bought it from a normal shop that was also selling other perfumes like it at a similar price, trying to get people to buy them and use it?
Is it a mass kill fucking?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe it's just like a. Maybe. So here's a good question. Maybe it's a story of a terrible made illegal perfume counterfeiting operation going horribly wrong and they accidentally made Novichok. Because
I don't think you can accidentally make Novichok.
I don't know, man, because there's people. So if you know anything about fake perfumes and fake makeup, some of the stuff that those things will do to you are fucking horrible.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous shit.
Yeah, so counterfeit fucking makeup and perfumes and things are really bad.
Yeah, but nobody goes, let's make some fake perfume, and then we made Novichok.
Maybe the Russians made the fake perfume and made Novichok on accident. Shit! Dmitri! That was wrong recipe! I told you! Fuck!
Damn it, Sergey!
Now we sell it all. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll sell it to those fucking British. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's really difficult to say. I mean, there's a lot we don't know.
So who's this guy? Is this the second case or whatever?
Third case.
The third case. So I wonder if there's more of these spread out all over the place.
See, that's a scary thing because it could be, and you also if this shit's aerosol, because I mean, like you said, because she sprayed it on her wrist.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine at that point how easy it would be to affect a group of people. If you put it into I don't know how effective it'd be in water. If you were able to get it into say a sprinkler system.
I don't think it would be effective enough. I think the water would dilute it too much because it doesn't take much to make you sick. But what's the story of Novichok? The one they used, the one that the other people said they touched a slimy substance. What if this is all just perfume, though? What if none of the other things that people were talking about were it? What if it's all just perfume?
No, because they said it was a gel-like substance.
Yeah, but this is perfume. This isn't a gel.
Yeah.
This is just liquid.
Well, they say the guy had touched it, and he said it was kind of oily.
Which is, well, kind of like fucking, I guess like perfume is.
I guess it depends on what it's manufactured with.
Yeah.
Like
So
if
this
it's
is
like
the real
ambergris
question.
or something.
Yeah. So like, I don't know what Novichok is. I'm not a fucking like bioterrorism fucking expert here. I'm pretty good at knowledge when it comes to some levels of terrorism, like explosives and some things. I know like some basic science about a lot of these things for unknown reasons. But like, I don't know Novichok. Bioterrorism and just biological warfare is beyond me. But it just depends. Because so some of these biological weapons, they only come in so many forms.
Yeah, so
that I know.
More information about this story.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an update. So he did state that he found the perfume bottle apparently in a park 9 days before spraying themselves with it.
So yeah, so the man took a random. So obviously he's a fucking thief. So he's probably a terrible person anyway. What?
Well, no, they said that him and his girlfriend found a bottle of perfume in the park. So that could, random bottle of perfume.
No, yeah, but that's still stealing. That's still who the fuck grabs a random? First of all, think about this rationally. Who the fuck grabs a random bottle of perfume out of the park? It's like grabbing a USB stick you found out of the park and plugging it into your computer.
That's not stealing.
That's still stealing. That's also giving somebody access
stealing.
into your life. That's also just being a terrible person. If it's
I'm not saying it's a smart
If it's
thing.
not yours, don't take it. If it's not yours, you're stealing it from somebody, whether you like it or not. Whatever your fucking ideology is, you're stealing.
Is it?
Yes. If there's no, it doesn't matter if there's nobody. Hold on a second. Hold on.
If the intended purpose of the item dropped is to cause harm, and you take that item not knowing that its intended purpose is to cause harm to you, that's not stealing. That person intentionally left it for you to find, to use it to harm you.
But it changes your ideology then, because I don't think that's what they left it for. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with your dead drop idea, because it's more likely is that it was just them trying to transfer it. And so some unassuming retard picked up some shit. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to still go with it stealing. So Kenneth, if a fucking purse is left in the park unattended, is it okay to take it?
It's different.
No. Okay, what if the purse has a knife in it? The knife is meant to harm somebody and you take it. What if you take the knife out of the purse? It's still fucking stealing.
No, this is a singular item.
Oh, I said if you take the knife out of the purse. Okay, if somebody leaves a knife on a bench and you take the knife.
A knife on a bench and you take it, well, fuck them. They should have left their knife there.
Oh my god. So Kenneth condones stealing as long as it's one item and nobody's around. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's like his Jew perk. That's what it is. It's just like, no, there's nobody around this giant pot of gold. I'll take one single all of the gold piece. What am I talking about?
I'll take one single. Shit, I can't move this. I need a forklift.
I'll take
pot of gold would be heavy.
Yeah,
it's hundreds of pounds.
I don't care. Let's get buff. I feel like you'd get Jew strength. You would just take a coin. You would take a coin, smash it with your fist, snort it, and be like, and turn the Popeye the Sailor Man just for that little bit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway.
So stealing is good to Kenneth, as long as it's one item. Is there a dollar amount here? Do we have to put a dollar amount?
Context matters.
I don't know. Shit. So if there's a gun left in the park, is this a gun steal? It's obviously meant to hurt somebody. That's its design. If you grab the gun, so if a police officer leaves his gun on the bench because he's fucking stupid and it fell out of his holster, is it stealing his gun when he comes and beats the living shit out of you for his gun back? I want you to tell the police officer. I want you to straight face tell a police officer, oh, I don't know, it was just sitting there by itself. It's meant to hurt people, so obviously you're intending to kill me. I'm going to press fucking, assault with intent to kill or assault with a deadly weapon on you. God damn it.
Anyways, on to U.S. news. Speaking of which, are you using your Stream Deck to change the titles?
No, because that would require me to like set up multiple different titles. This is one of the things I wish. I wish I could have it just like auto type something out instead of me having to set like each thing different. H Nomad said hello world. Hello.
Yeah, but I mean,
Nomad.
like, it wouldn't take more than like a handful in like the, you know, Table Talk Thursday.
Yeah, so like I think I'm gonna have to make a Table Talk Thursday folder for this specific thing. Like right now it's under the, so I have the scenes to switch the scenes and whatever. Hey, what are your stream about? Oh my god, this is the perfect chance for me to use Twitch, canned responses, news! Perfect chance! Hallelujah! I made 4 canned responses and I get to use one right away. I love it.
Oh gosh, I'm glad you're having fun with this. Here, let me hit this button.
Shit. I only have 4 responses, and voila, First Urge shows up is one of the responses. That's the best. Anyway, carry on.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun with this. So, yes, U.S. news. So, Michael Cohen has flipped on the president.
What? Nani? I don't know what that means. Does that mean we're gay? I don't know if I can read you CNN.
I'm going to read you CNN? No, I'm not reading you CNN. I'm commentating on the story from the Daily Beast. Yes. Anyway.
This just in. It's no bad. Might be a cunt. Anyway. No. Alright, carry on with the news.
Yes, anyways. Whatever. So, yes, Lanny Davis, the lawyer for Michael Cohen, which is during this whole investigation with the Robert Mueller investigation.
United States. Us as in the U.S.
Tells us that following last night's release of the secret Trump-Cohen recording, that we'll learn more about what Michael Cohen saw and heard.
No fans. It is very hot in here. My fans are not above this giant track lighting, so that it is warm.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes, but in a really interesting thing, so part of the Mueller investigation, they found multiple tapes that Michael Cohen had recorded of conversations he had with President Trump.
I mean, yeah, and he's a lawyer. That's kind of an okay procedure, I'm guessing.
I assume so, depending on the state.
Yeah.
But Cohen's based out of New Jersey.
Who the fuck wants to know about our day? We're boring fucking people. We don't do jack shit all day but work. Working's boring. I mean, the news is kind of boring, I guess, sometimes to some people. I don't know.
I find this interesting.
I find some of this interesting. Not all of it.
Scandal in the White House.
Our president is the fucking scandal in the White House. As soon as he got in the White House, it was a scandal in the White House. What the fuck do you mean?
That's true.
Fucking every day is some more stupid shit he said.
Scandal is the White House.
Scandal is fucking Trump's middle name.
Yep.
Donald Scandal Trump.
Yep. But yes, a recent tape come out that was acquired by CNN where it shows Trump and Cohen talking, discussing making payments to a former Playboy model that Trump allegedly had an affair with in like 2008, 2 years after he's been married to Melania.
Wow. Oh, so I want to point out that that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Looking for more shit, so the info is everything. Listen, my man, you came here to us. You saw the title. You came to us. Obviously, you're looking for boring shit, and we're here to bore the fuck out of you. Thanks for joining.
We're not here to bore the fuck out of you. We are here to entertain and educate on the news.
Entertain, baby. Entertain.
Yes. But I'm just commenting on the news, which may or may not always be entertaining, but hey, it's the news. Do what we can.
So why is my roommate talking to Trump again? Cohen!
Yes. So, Davis, a damage control maestro going back to the Clinton administration, told me Michael Cohen has turned. This is on the record. I love his lawyer's like, no. I'll tell you straight up. Cohen is flipped on the president. That's it. He's going to tell the truth to the powers that may be and let the chips fall where they may. It says, so during the tape's release, that it sends a message. It says, Davis said about the tapes, that Cohen is no longer the previous Michael Cohen you knew. Taking a bullet for Donald Trump, saying anything to defend him, being a good soldier, that's over. I can't wait to see what this lawyer has to say. Michael Cohen was the president's right-hand man, his fixer. He knows where all the bodies are buried and everything that's going on. And I am so looking forward to seeing him just burn this administration to the ground with everything that has to come.
Burn in heaven. I think he was asking you for questions. Oh boy. This is choose one of. I don't know.
Let's see.
I like this, I don't like it.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Feedback is always good. Constructive feedback is better.
Criticism, constructive, or otherwise. I like, non-constructive criticism because they get to laugh at us and make fun of us and do other things. No, we will not. Not right now. If you come to my stream normally, on any of the other times that I stream, yeah, you can totally come hit us up. And I'll fucking roast you all day if you want. Fucking roasted.
Yeah.
You done here with your story, I'm guessing?
Yeah, but I'm just amused to see what continues to happen with this story.
What is it?
I mean,
hold on, what? Trump's doing something semi-useful after he fucked everybody over?
Oh, no, this isn't useful. This is damage control.
No, yeah, I guess so. Brother, you trying to do news on non-news channels. I don't know what that means, but yes. If we're the only people doing news here on Twitch, maybe that's our niche. Maybe people will come by and hang out for fucking news. I mean, we're here to make the news fun. We're doing it live with you, the viewer, and other people.
Do it live.
We're not doing that pre-recorded newsroom bullshit, even though we kind of have similar production values here. I've got my screens in front of me. He's in front of a green screen at a remote location. We used to both do this in person, and then we don't anymore because he stayed down where we are. Twitch is niche for your voice. Oh no. Is my voice terrible? Or what?
I think he's saying you have a voice for radio. Or a face for radio. One of those two things.
The face is a joke because obviously you don't do radio with your face. So. Yeah. Video killed a radio star. Put him here, so I'm a video and radio star. It's not a burn. Burn! Anyway.
Anyways.
Trump plans to give millions as my cat attempts to jump across from the table to the counter. Come on, you got this. I believe in you. Come on, retard. Good job. All right. The Trump administration plans to offer up $12 billion in aid to farmers hit by tariffs on their goods. An emergency bailout intended to ease the pain caused by Trump's escalating trade war. Kenneth, why is that bolded and underlined?
Because it's Trump's trade war. I wanted to emphasize that the problem
caused by Trump's trade war. There you go. Emphasis. An emergency, yeah. So in key electoral states, specifically electoral states. Oh, you out? Peace out.
I guess.
Know me. Anyway, Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue. Wow, the name. Told Reporters Tuesday. Sounds so relatable and American. Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
So the aid will continue from a mix of programs overseen by the USDA, including direct payments to producers of some goods, including soybeans, as well as distribution assistance for producers of goods that can be easily provided to food banks, such as fruits, nuts, rice, legumes, and some meats.
Yeah, but I mean, just the principle of this program, the fact that this is necessary to support these people because of the trade war. Because if we didn't start the trade war, well, we wouldn't need to be spending $12 billion of our money to support these farmers.
I mean, we always support farmers, though. Like,
No,
there's a lot of money
yeah,
goes to
they get
farmers.
subsidies and all that jazz. But the thing is, like, whenever Trump was out on the campaign trail, he was railing against Obama and the bailout of the auto industry, saying the government shouldn't be in the business of picking winners and losers. Well, that's what we're doing here.
Well,
We're artificially
welcome to Trump.
sup-
He's doing the political game correctly by doing it incorrectly, and people just not paying attention somehow. Because
No,
I mean,
people pay
all he
attention.
does is lie.
It's just his base
to his
doesn't
team.
give a shit.
That's I guess yeah. I guess they're like me, except like I care. So I care to some point, but like if I picked him as president, I probably wouldn't care because that's just me.
Because I mean, he constantly goes out there and tells
He reneges on everything.
his people. He reneges on everything, but he also constantly goes out there and tells people, "Hey, you see this news? This is all fake news." He's making people distrust the Fourth Estate, which is a dangerous thing.
The First Amendment in the media.
No, the Fourth Estate. So basically, it says that the branches of the government are three. The branches of the government are the executive, legislature, and judicial branches are estates of the government, but the media is the Fourth Estate.
I've never heard that terminology before, but sure.
It's an old school term.
That's why.
Basically, it means that they're supposed to report on what the government's doing to let the people know what's going on in their governments. That way they can take action.
Meanwhile, governments across the country are lying to you every day. I mean, you live in a town where your local town government lies to you. Or your fucking school district government lies to you. All governing
and
bodies
it's the
lie to you.
responsibility of the news in our town to report on it truthfully and get to the facts of the matter.
Yep. Anyway, so Casey Guernsey, whose family has been farming in Missouri, for fuck's sake, since the
Chris
1840s,
Fakes, go find this guy.
said that Trump's administration plan was not sustainable. Guernsey, a spokesperson for Americans for Farmers and Families, AFF, told CBC News Tuesday that the plan could heighten uncertainty in what's already a down market. You only have so many calves that are born every year, and there's only one time to harvest a crop. So you really have to make the best decision you can on any given day for the upcoming year, Guernsey said. We don't want to pin our hopes on a check from the government every month. A group representing soybean farmers also came out against the administration's plan and pushed for the elimination of tariffs. Regulatory tariffs on goods like soybeans, pork, and beef have hit farmers' bottom lines. In key electoral states like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Ohio, and Iowa, Trump praised his administration's tariff policy on Tuesday in an early morning post on Twitter. "Tariffs are the greatest," he wrote. "Either a country which he has treated the United States unfairly on trade negotiations a fair deal, or it gets hit with tariffs." This is like...
That's the only...
This sounds like something that like Trey would say. I don't know.
No, I feel like somebody gave Trump, like his first day in office, somebody gave him like a word of the day calendar, but nobody flipped it over past the day that had the word tariffs on it.
Tariff and wall.
Tariff and wall.
Tariff and immigration.
Pretty much. So he's just stuck on tariffs, and until somebody flips, rips it off to the next day, where it's a new word that he can start using, he's just going to be stuck on tariffs. That's what I feel like.
Agreed. Oops.
Anyways.
I love that. Canned responses. This is a news show. That was the best. That's exactly why I made that. Right there. I need to do canned responses for Mixer, too.
Yeah.
Mixer's going to be like, go fuck yourself. This is a news show. Go fuck yourself. You're banned. Like, that's it. Just go fuck yourself.
For all the Mixer trolls out there.
Which are none.
Yep.
There are none here today, which is nice.
Yep. So, the more Trump administration news, it has now asked 70 babies who can talk to make their case to an immigration court.
What?
So I think we talked
legit?
about this last year. Yeah. So basically, as a part of the deportation process, people, and I say, all people of all ages, are supposed to go up again to a U.S. court for immigration and try and suss out why they're there, what their fear of, their needs are, etc., determine whether they should get refugee status or not. And America doesn't have, how like U.S. citizens have a right to an attorney.
Yeah.
But these people who go through this immigration court do not have that same right. And a lot of these people who go through this court are children of all ages, including under 1 year old.
That doesn't seem to make any sense.
Look, the law isn't written to make sense. It's just written as is, and they're just going by the book. It's stupid because they've straight up had. There was an immigration judge who talked about how he saw like 3, 4, 5-year-olds in his court, unrepresented, completely alone, have no idea what's going on, asking, children to represent themselves to try and state their case. And the guy's like, oh yeah, it takes a bit, you have to simplify the terms, but eventually you could explain to these children what's going on and what you need to get out of them. And then this immigration lawyer brought in like a group of children and asked them the same questions. And the children were just doing what children do. Just ignoring the questions or, doing their own thing. Because they're fucking kids. They shouldn't be in some goddamn courtroom with a judge who has probably, 100 other cases that has to get done within a week, to get through the process, unrepresented, and you expect them to be able to state their case to why they need to stay in the country for refugee status because, back home there could be gangs who want to recruit them or kill them or something. You really think a fucking child can represent themselves appropriately?
You gave us less than 30 seconds. Alright, buddy. Peace out from Mixerland, I guess. Okay.
It just pisses me off that this continues to happen. And now we have fucking babies that have to go through this stupid court process. Part of it's because the Trump administration separated families. Mm-hmm. So normally, when families are together, they're a single case. So the parents are fucking there to help represent themselves along with, they can usually get an attorney, or there's a lot of pro bono attorneys and such. But without a parent, it's a child alone that has to represent themselves. Which is ridiculous. Anyways, so about 1 in 3 unaccompanied minors were represented in immigration court for the fiscal year of 2017. Of the kids denied asylum in 2017, 91% were unrepresented. And of the kids granted relief, just 14% were unrepresented, according to the data. So just look at those numbers. If they can get an attorney, they can, a majority of the amount of time, are granted asylum. It's just ridiculous that we have this. And curiously, of the 600 kids aged 1 to 5 who were summoned to appear in the immigration court this year, is nearly half of the 1,128 who were summoned last year. It said they've seen a shift downwards in the average age of this pro bono law firm, and they didn't know the reason why for the profound disparity between the under 1 age group and over 1 age group. So the ACLU has actually tried to fight against this, and in 2014 they sued the Obama administration to try and guarantee the right for government-funded counsel for kids to appear in immigration court, which went to an appeals court, and they dismissed the lawsuit in 2017. And then nothing else has been done as far as this goes on. But this is just despicable and disgusting to see the American judicial. I got you, buddy. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you. System used in such a way that harms children.
All right, so I want to point out something. So we're gonna do this with hand puppets and hand gestures. All right, this right here, this hand, this is you. All right, so here's the hole. This is your anus, right? Okay, regular size. This is the judicial system and the long dick of the law, or the fist in this case. This is Lady Liberty's fist. All right, so just so we're clear. Oh, that doesn't quite fit, does it? Oh no. Oh God. Oh, we shove it in. Oh, and then we go about fucking shoulder deep inside of you, and then start playing like a hand puppet. That's it's basically a proper description of how much the judicial and law system kind of really fucks you in the ass.
Accurate.
Even more so if you're of a race. If you're like black or something, it goes like all the way out your mouth and out your body. Like, you don't even become a hand puppet anymore. You become like an article of clothing at that point.
On to the next.
Anyway, after that horribly gruesome and graphic representation, White House bar CNN reported for a presidential event. Like, for the second time.
Yep.
The White House barred a CNN journalist from attending a public appearance by President Trump in the Rose Garden on Wednesday, an apparent act of retaliation that drew immediate rebuke from news organizations and signaled the latest escalation of Mr. Trump's hostilities toward the news media. Caitlin Collins, a White House correspondent for CNN, said she was called into the West Wing and chastised by administration officials for what they deemed inappropriate questions that she had asked of Mr. Trump during an Oval Office photo opportunity earlier in the day. They did not like the questions I asked President Trump about the news of the day, Ms. Collins said. It is standard practice for reporters to ask questions of Mr. Trump at the end of a photo op, where the president often engages at length, even as his aides try to shuffle the reporters away from the scene. On Wednesday, Ms. Collins, who attended as a pool reporter representing the major television networks, asked Mr. Trump several times if he had concerns about the loyalty of his former personal lawyer, Michael D. Cohen, whom the president had tweeted about on Wednesday morning. Did Michael Cohen betray you, Mr. President? Ms. Collins asked. And when, Mr. President, are you worried about what Michael Cohen is about to say to the prosecutors? Mr. Trump did not reply. The president has routinely castigated journalists describing media outlets as he deems fake news as the enemy of the people. The move against Ms. Collins prompted criticism from news organizations, including Fox News, which is weird because it's Fox. Fox is ultra-conservative.
Yeah, but all of them. But the thing about like news agencies is that a lot of the anchors move from agency to agency fairly often. Like you'll see somebody on Fox, and like 6 months from now, you'll see them on MSNBC or something.
Yeah.
The news anchors don't give a shit about the politics. All they're there is for a check.
So anyway, we stand in strong solidarity with CNN for the right of full access for our journalists as part of a free and unfettered press. Jay Wallace, the president of Fox News, said in a statement. The White House Correspondents Association issued a notably sharp statement calling the action wholly inappropriate, wrong-headed, and weak. It cannot stand, the association president, Olivier. I think that's a weird way to spell Oliver, I'm guessing. Knox of Sirius XM Radio wrote, reporters asking questions of powerful government officials up to and including the president helps hold those people accountable. Yes, it does. And whenever people start shooing those kinds of people away, that's when you know either one, something's wrong, or two, they're just not okay people. Kat, I'm holding you against your will, you're just going to have to do it. Tech, entertainment, and science. I'm just going to go tech news. Yeah, I don't know why you're trying to change up topics we've had for like over a year and a half. Just leave it as it is. Stop this madness. I mean, you can't control what I do. Tech news.
No, I can't, unfortunately. You're hundreds of miles away.
This is tech news. 300.
But I'm not giving up.
300 about? I don't know. I wore my vest today over this, so I could show up as the Amish Mafia. So I talked about at work if doing Halloween stuff in costume was frowned upon, and they're like, "Yeah, it's frowned upon here." It's like, it's okay. I'll wear a work appropriate costume. I'll be the Amish Mafia. I'm gonna wear my suit. I'm gonna wear a stovepipe hat. So we have this dude every fucking Friday. He wears a goddamn fez or Shriner's hat and fucking like mirror tinted sunglasses inside the office. I don't know if he comes in blitzed out of his mind or what. Every goddamn Friday he's there. I saw a tiny flicker of a meme in the corner of your screen there. Well, that was Ruby Rod. I'm not sure what was going on with that.
You'll see. Just a sec.
Let me get this going here. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can't quite.
Come on, I believe in you. I believe in the call of love. I actually don't believe in
There we go.
I think I'm going to draw a shitty news table inside this picture. Unbelievable! There you go. That was better. Good job. You
I'm
need
gonna
sound
have
with those.
Yeah. I mean, it works for me.
Yeah. You gotta have sounds along with these GIFs, man. Gotta have sounds.
I mean, at that point, they're just videos.
Exactly.
And I mean,
you're already to the point where you want to play them as videos anyway. Might as well go the extra mile.
well, no, I want them as short things, which is what they are.
Yeah, but you're using them as videos currently for the stream deck. So, you're already doing it. Might as well fucking go the extra mile and make it a sound.
No, I'm gonna keep it as GIFs.
I mean, it can still be a GIF with the sound. Sound.
We'll see. It's not gonna be all of them.
Did drop the bass. Whamp, whamp. Yeah, I mean, we only need like so many sounds. I don't know.
Also, it wouldn't work for, like, on this show. It'd only work if I'm streaming.
It'll work on here if you... Like,
no, because I can't get... Well...
Hey, you could.
I don't,
if you use voice meter and fucking put 2 inputs to 1 output.
I tried that. Didn't quite get it right or something.
Do it better.
I'm gonna try. Anyways, on to tech, entertainment, and science.
On to tech news, yes. Tess?
On to set.
We're calling it Tess? What? No, stop this.
We call it set news.
No, God. End it. I mean, if we're gonna do that, we might as well call it STEM like everybody else.
What? Science, tech, entertainment, and what?
I don't know. Just it's a science, tech, and entertainment.
Okay,
we can go STEM. We
sure.
can go STEM
news.
But I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to call it tech news. Because this is tech. This has always been tech news. We're not changing this up. It's tech
I'm
news.
changing the format, goddamn.
Nope.
Goddamn.
Nope. I will not stand for this treasonous talk. This is madness!
This is Sparta, and I don't have the gift for that, unfortunately.
I'm gonna make you get gifts because I quote random shit all the time.
I mean, I have a whole. Trust me, I have about 5 pages of gifs I need to download.
Oh, for fuck's sake! My ass hurts. My hand killed ass.
Yep. So Uber just can't keep those vomit fraud accusations again down.
It's funny because somebody told me a story about people puking.
Mm-hmm. So, it's just a fact of life for an Uber driver. You drive enough drunk people home from the bar, one of them will eventually puke in your back seat. Happens all the time, I'm sure.
That's why I never wanted to drive my mom's Audi, except that Audi would be like Uber Black or whatever their luxury is, so I don't think people would puke in that. And if they did, they would pay me so much money for puking in my car.
So, well, here's how much they get paid. So, Uber's policy allows drivers to tack on a cleaning fee to the bill, basically to reimburse them for the time it took to clean it off the upholstery.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it sounds like some drivers have been abusing the policy by dousing their cars in fake puke and charging unsuspecting passengers more than $100 for the cleanup. According to a new report from the Miami Herald, multiple Uber passengers say they've been unfairly charged as much as $150 for cleanup fees, even though they didn't spill anything in the car, yet alone throw up over the floor mat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when they complain to Uber to refute the charges, the company sends along a photo of the horrific mess, allegedly staged by the driver as part of the scam. Multiple people have called so-called vomit fraud to the Herald, which often comes along with photos of fake puke as proof, with Miami resident William Kennedy claiming that he was once scammed twice in one night. What should have been two $20 trips morphed into a $300 affair after Uber charged him for the 2 $150 cleaning fees, accusing him of vomiting in both vehicles. So, for the folks out there who take Ubers, check your bill after your drive's over. Because fuck these fake-ass drivers who do this to take advantage of the policies and procedures in place.
What did you just play a GIF?
Yeah.
What did you play?
The more you know.
Nice.
On to the next one.
The next one. Sex. SpaceX, otherwise known as Sex, launches record-setting satellite with Block 5 Falcon 9 rocket. SpaceX launched just its second Block 5 Falcon 9 rocket in the darkness. I almost thought that said dankness. From Florida, early Sunday local time, and it was loaded with the heaviest commercial communication satellite ever built. The brand new booster blasted off from Cape Canaveral at 1:50 a.m. Eastern Time, carrying the Telstar 18 Vantage broadband satellite, a 15,600-pound beast that will offer connectivity to customers in the Americas. Holy shit. The massive spacecraft is an ideal fit for the Block 5, which CEO Elon Musk has called the final version of the Falcon 9, capable of a bit more lift and ready to reuse up to 10 times without refurbishment. SpaceX launched the first Block 5 rocket in May and will launch a third from California next week. The first reflight of a Block 5 Falcon 9 has not yet been announced. Sunday morning's launch was followed by a successful landing of the drone ship Of Course I Still Love You, stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. God fucking damn, he's such a troll. SpaceX has another Block 5 Falcon 9 launch planned for Wednesday from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. That mission will send 10 new Iridium communication satellites into orbit. Is this his system or somebody else's system?
I think the Iridium is his.
That's still a really big satellite, though. Just for broadband.
Yeah, no, that damn Telstar.
What? Are we sure that's all there is in there? I feel like that's way overweight for a comm satellite. That's like massively overweight.
That's why they're saying it's the heaviest communication satellite ever built.
Yeah, which leads me to believe that there's something more behind that satellite. There's no fucking way that we got by with everything else. Technology has been getting smaller and lighter. This is why I don't understand that. It says that
maybe there's more antennas or something.
But
more processing.
Adding more antennas wouldn't get you anything in space. You're still hampered by the fact that you are one object in space. And you need multiple objects to cover the globe. You can have as many fucking antennas as you want. Kenneth, we could test this theory in real life by plugging in a shit ton of laps around one switch and seeing if it actually does anything useful. Which I highly doubt.
I mean, it says it's covering area from freaking Pakistan to Hawaii. That's a huge area.
Which is fine. It's a satellite. Satellites can cover that much area, I think, normally, probably.
Yeah, but that's like a third of the world, half the world, somewhere about there.
Yeah, which is cool and all. We already have satellite systems built for that.
Yeah, but a single satellite?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell is on.
I'm just saying, that's heavier than fucking, what is it? It's like, how many cars put together? 5.
Roughly about 5 cars.
And it's more than 5. It's cars regular sedans are
3,000 pounds.
That's 5. Yeah, so it's 5 cars. It's 5 normal size sedans. That's a lot of mass, and also massive. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like you're underestimating how much communications equipment we could fit in a small space. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
And before the sticker flies off of this after it launches, it says U.S. Space Force on it. Like, it was just a sticker over it that said TransStar or whatever the fuck they call the company. It's just... Or no, specifically it'll say Trump's Space Force on there, because it's probably got his name. It'll be dubbed the USS Trump, or the... I don't know, what do space stations get? Is it still USS?
Space stations?
Yeah. What do, military satellites get for their designation? Because I don't actually know.
I don't know.
I think it is still USS in front of it. I don't know. I'm going to look this up later. Anyway. Yeah, I already covered that, so carry on. Oh, yes, this is a big deal. Everybody's fucking going ham. All of the memes, all of the crying. Like, this is big news.
Yes. Big news.
Big
So, Demi Lovato reportedly hospitalized for possible drug overdose. So, pop singer Demi Lovato, who struggled with addiction, was rushed to a Los Angeles hospital Tuesday after an apparent drug overdose. The 25-year-old singer was unconscious and revived with Narcan.
Did you say
An
sorry,
emergency-
not sorry? What?
I guess it's a song title.
Oh, that's weird.
An emergency treatment for opioid overdoses after being taken from her Hollywood Hills home to a hospital around noontime, TMZ reports. The former Disney Channel star has long been vocal about her struggles with drug addiction, and last month revealed via song that she had relapsed after 6 years of sobriety. The song, called Sober, which she released June 21st, included lyrics like, "I'm so sorry, I'm not sober anymore, and I promise I'll get help. It wasn't my intention, I'm sorry to myself." Despite going to rehab, Lovato admitted in the film Simply Complicated that she'd lied about her sobriety to the media and would frequently sneak drugs on planes, in bathrooms, and conduct interviews discussing her sobriety while high.
I mean, welcome to being a fucking, star.
Yeah. Lovato had touted 6 years of being clean on Twitter in March. But the quote, just officially turned 6 years sober. So grateful for another year of joy, health, and happiness. It is possible. Fucking liar.
Man, I'm actually on a website that's got a lot of fucking. It's apparently a website that tracks fucking satellites and even shows you where they are. Man, if I was an amateur radio good boy, I could use this to fucking listen to satellite comms. That's what people do. Weird. It's cool. Cool though. Check the space station. I can't find the American satellites in here. They're not on the most tracked. Oh, here we go. Just launched Telstar 19V. You can track this big fucking boy. Holy shit, this is the weirdest fucking angle I've ever seen. Oh wow, it's it hasn't completed its ascent yet, I don't think. Its altitude is climbing. That's interesting. Huh. Source Canada. Telstar 19B is apparently from Canada. This is the source, I don't know. Weird. Communication satellite with 2 high-throughput payloads, one in KU band, the other one in KA band. Satellites, segment of a new generation of Telsat satellites optimized to serve the types of bandwidth intensive applications increasingly being used across the satellite industry. Hughes Network Systems LLC has made a significant commitment to utilize the satellite's high-throughput KA band capacity in South America to expand its broadband satellite services. The satellite has additional high-throughput KA band capacity over northern Canada, the Caribbean, and the North Atlantic Ocean. It will also provide high-throughput conventional KU band over Brazil, the Andean region, and the North Atlantic Ocean. What about America? Interesting. I found a cool website. Sorry for the brief thing. Yes, Demi Lovato doing drugs. Sad day, I guess. It's a famous person.
Well, she's not dead, so.
Because Narcan is readily available everywhere. Anyway.
Yes, thank God for Narcan, saving lives.
I can guess so. I'm like, I can shit. Chris Hardwick returning as host of Talking Dead following investigation. What?
Yeah, so this is a bit of backstory for this. And I'm actually going to cut out a bit of this. I'll just let you read it, and then we'll go back.
I was going to say, if you want to cut out stuff, just tell me now. Just 2 cuts as I read it. AMC is standing behind TV host Chris Hardwick, who weeks ago was accused by an ex-girlfriend of sexual and emotional abuse. I mean, whoop-de-doo? Ex-girlfriend? I mean, whatever. Following a comprehensive assessment by AMC, working with Ivy Kagan-Bierman of the firm Loeb & Loeb, which has considerable experience in this area, Chris Hardwick will return to AMC as the host of Talking Dead and Talking with Chris Hardwick, AMC said in a statement to CNN. Last month, actress Chloe Dykstra posted an essay on Medium describing her almost 3-year relationship with an older celebrity who she said imposed strict rules on her behavior. Okay. Dykstra, 29, wrote that he forbid her to have male friends, to speak in public, or to go out at night without him, and that she let him sexually assault me. On multiple occasions. Every night I laid there for him, occasionally in tears, she wrote. She didn't mention Hardwick 46 by name, describing him as someone who grew from a mildly successful podcaster to a powerhouse CEO of the company. But because of the details of her post, her boyfriend was almost 20 years older. They dated for 3 years. Readers do illusion she was referring to Hardwick. Hardwick said the relationship was not perfect. We were ultimately not a good match, but denied the allegation of abuse. I'm devastated to read that she is now accusing me of conduct that did not occur. He said, I was blindsided by her post and always wanted the best for her as a husband, a son, and future father. I do not condone any kind of mistreatment of women. AMC suspended Hardwick's show, Talking with Chris Hardwick, will assess the accusations against him. Hardwick also stepped aside from moderating several panels at San Diego Comic-Con, which took place last weekend, with Brown filling in as a moderator. Probably because the SJWs would have torn him a new asshole.
Yeah, that part of that, this... So basically, you know how with the Me Too movement going around, everybody's quick to execute without facts.
Yes.
And this
that was probably a good idea on his part, because it's a huge public affair. People would go there just to trash it, stuff like that.
So, so basically, like it said, he was dating this girl. She posted a private Medium post, and then her boyfriend posted it on Twitter. And then basically people are like, okay, she dated this guy from this time to this time, and it was Chris Hardwick, so it's Chris Hardwick. She says, like, oh no, I did it anonymously, didn't mean it to get out. And, well, it got out because she intended it to get out, and she's lying, because she's a lying bitch, clearly. Trying to take down Chris Hardwick. So I'm definitely glad for Chris Hardwick to be back. Because to most people who had gone through something like this, the whole SJWs and the Me Too movement would have torn him to shreds. Right. And he wouldn't have been able to come back. So, Chris Hardwick, this is for you. Actually, I don't even know if that played. Probably not. Here we go.
There you go. There you
go. Alrighty then. Moving on to the next story. And good news on the Alzheimer's front. A new Alzheimer's drug may slow the decline, researchers report.
Alzheimer's drug? Oh, were you taking this one? Oh, okay, yeah, this is yours.
Yep. So an experimental drug is being tested to see if it can treat Alzheimer's, has helped slow the inevitable loss of clear thinking and memory that comes with the condition, researchers reported Wednesday. This one is no home run. Everyone who took the drug continued to get worse, but those who got the highest doses got worse more slowly. So we had a 47% reduction in decline at 18 months, says Dr. Lynn Kramer, the chief medical officer of neurology division for the drug company SI. SI and its U.S. partners, Biogen, presented the results to an eager audience at the Alzheimer's Association annual meeting in Chicago on Wednesday. They've been treating more than 800 patients with early-stage Alzheimer's with various doses of the drug called BAN 2401. It's a lab-engineered immune system protein designed to remove the amyloid plaques from the brain, which the leading theory states that Alzheimer's is the result of these amyloids clogging up the brain that causes the disease. So here's a quote here. So, not only do we see a slowing rate in the decline, in the cognitive decline, we also see the reduction of amyloid burden in the brain as measured by head imaging. Hendricks told NBC, the biomarker confirmation really adds confidence that what you're seeing is the primary measure is real. But anything that helps would be welcome. The global urgency to better treat and prevent Alzheimer's disease and other dementias is higher than ever and growing, said the Alzheimer's Association. The group predicts the number of people with Alzheimer's will triple by 2050 unless somebody finds a way to stop it. So this is definitely good news for any Alzheimer's sufferers or people who are suffering Alzheimer's. Because even though it doesn't prevent it, it does allow the slowing of the disease, And that's right now probably the best we can get until we can actually get a cure for this. So, I'm definitely willing to take what we can get for this terrible disease. Anyways, next.
Next.
Well, you're just on your phone looking down.
Yeah, I'm also on my phone. Yeah, what to do? I'm not interested in anything you have to say. What did you just say? Nothing. Something. Important breakthrough on Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I already did that. I've heard of something similar already. Which is good. It's good. They're slowing Alzheimer's. Last time I thought somebody said that a couple of people were saying that their researchers too was on the way to figuring out how to stop or slow it down to the point where it's almost prevention. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, wheelchair-bound man who sued inaccessible shops can walk. Holy shit! Oh no! Oh god damn it! This is already kind of funny. A wheelchair-using Queensman who's been shaking down businesses by threatening to sue for millions over lack of handicapped access if they don't pay him first, was walking just fine when the Post visited him this week. To be fair, could he get away with suing these people for not having a wheelchair ramp if he is not the disabled?
I don't think so.
Because,
I think only disabled people can bring that kind of lawsuit forward, because that's the whole point of it, is to help disabled people.
Yeah, but doesn't every shop have to be ADA compliant?
Technically, yes, or they have to have a way for disabled people to get in. So they could have stairs, but as long as they have some kind of ramp they can bring out, then that's technically, I think it's compliant enough.
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not an ADA lawyer.
I don't think that. I think they have to have a permanent ramp, I believe is what the thing is. They're supposed to be...
I'm not sure, but I don't think they have to do it unless it's actually brought forward by a person who is disabled. Because obviously,
I don't know, whatever. Please take out. I don't want pictures. A panicked-looking Eric Matov. Is it? Yeah, it's Matov. Whatever. Said while walking backward into his apartment when a Post reporter showed up at his door. Matov, 24, has been making $50,000 demands of dozens of Manhattan businesses that aren't wheelchair accessible and pocketing the cash, or suing them for $5 million if they don't cough up. In one case, he claimed he would be humiliated to accept an employee's help up a few steps into the tween clothing store. Wait, Journeys. Wait, why would you be going into Journeys? What the fuck?
Well, it's a scam. The entire point is to...
which is interesting. But yet, when the Post rang Matitov's Rego Park doorbell Tuesday, and a woman called him to the door, he walked over on his own and then stood there without assistance. When the reporter identified himself and asked Matitov if he used his wheelchair, Matitov made his plea for no photos, and the woman then slammed the door. Wow, so she didn't even know. I guess his wife didn't know? Maybe? Or the woman didn't know?
No. I mean, people know. There's no way you don't.
Yeah. A few minutes later, he lumbered out of the building and walked to a pal's Lexus waiting 40 feet away, which he entered as the friend held the door open. The men drove to a local Jewish community center, as I stare at Kenneth in the side screen. Where Matitov exited the car and unfurled a blind walking cane. That's not how you use that. He then walked off using the cane to feel his way, but not for support while the buddy held his arm. Oh god.
Fucking asshole.
The serial litigant's attorney, who has helped him send threatening letters to 50 businesses in the past few months, claimed he had no idea about his client's ambulatory abilities, and that he doesn't even know him personally. Oh wow, said lawyer Jeffrey Naiman, who told what the Post saw. I don't know anything about that, really. I had no idea. Matitov said he usually needs a wheelchair, but he didn't comment in terms of when he needed it. I didn't have reason to question someone in a wheelchair, he continued. Wow. I'll definitely look into it. I don't do those things. Fake lawsuits. I'm not into it.
Which is hilarious. Yeah. Bullshit.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, it's terrible, said attorney Philip. Pizzuto, who is representing Broom Street Cafe Rama in a legal battle with Madison. As an attorney, you hear about these things, but it's sad. Others weren't exactly shocked. It's a scam, and we knew it when we first got the letter, said Barbara DiPaolo, whose family restaurant Brooks, 1890, I received one of those letters a month ago. It costs $5,000 to hire a lawyer, so they'll think we'll just pay them off. I'm happy you're exposing them. I applaud that, and hopefully they'll stop harassing small businesses. Yes.
Yeah, because essentially, so what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to talk to the company and be like, hey, you're not ADA compliant. You need to be ADA compliant, or else I'm going to bring a lawsuit. You're supposed to give the business time to become compliant before you're actually supposed to be able to sue them.
Yeah, or you could just extort them for money.
Or you can extort them for money, because like the guy said, it costs $5,000 to hire a lawyer. All he's asking for is $5,000. So it's quicker just to get it out the way, give him the $5,000, be about your business, and he goes away. It's a dirty scam. Anyways. So a California DMV employee who napped at work every day for 3 hours cost the state at least $40,000.
Tell them how.
Yeah, so a DMV employee is reportedly suffering a rude awakening after a state audit found she was taking 3-hour naps at work every day for 4 years. Like, did nobody report her? You know? They're just like, no, we're good. We're good. You know, we're good.
Here.
Just like, she's taking a nap. What's she doing now? She's fine.
Everything's fine. She's fine.
Yep. So the unnamed data operator will reportedly not be disciplined because the infractions weren't documented properly. That's great.
The governmental bureaucracy wins. Actually, this lady wins. Fuck yeah, I love this.
This lady wins due to government bureaucracy.
Yeah.
She may also have a medical condition that prompted her to sleep at work.
Narcolepsy.
Possibly. The Sacramento Bee reported that the employee's doctor told her employer that she could not perform the duties the job required back in 2016.
Wow.
And the DMV responded by transferring her to her current role, but the naps didn't stop. Health issues like depression, sleep apnea, celiac disease, narcolepsy, and chronic fatigue syndrome can all leave people feeling drowsy during the day.
Wait. So I can take my sleep apnea and my depression and go get a fucking free pass to sleep at work? Fuck yeah.
Well, I don't know whether you can get a free pass to sleep at work. It's just that you'll be...
I could just sit there, pass out, and be like, doctor's note, just like staple it to my forehead or something. Here's my doctor's note if I'm passed out. What to do? Leave me the fuck alone and let me sleep.
The dosing amounted to 2,200 hours, or basically over a year's worth of working time, between February 2014 and December 2017, and it cost the state at least $40,000. God damn.
Whatever, who cares?
I know people are always like that work cack, you spend, 10, 15 minutes in the bathroom, and you eke out, a whole week's worth of, getting paid to shit.
Shit, I go to lunch for longer than an hour all the time. I don't really care. I'm salaried though. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, how nice.
I just have to enter a timesheet. Really, I could just put 8 hours across the thing. We even leave early sometimes. Oh man, it's so nice.
Yeah, sounds like you got it made.
A little bit. I came in a fucking hour late the other day and nobody questioned anything. It was one of those times where I was feeling sick. I was like, there's a scratch in my throat. Took a pill. Can't feel scratch in your throat if you're fucking in a coma. So I was in a coma until like 9 o'clock, and I was like, oh shit. That's when I'm supposed to be at work. That's bad.
Yep. So according to SanFranciscoGate.com, the employee processed an average of 200 documents a day, while their colleagues were able to get through 560.
So she's even useless. Wow.
Yeah.
This is like hashtag school district all over it. Then there's this useless cunt that sits in this corner and doesn't do anything all day. But we pay her. Now we're going to give her a raise. What? No. That's exactly how I feel. Thank you, Mr. President.
I have gifts for everything. Like this gift, which I just got.
I can barely say it. Hey, Russians, know something.
You need me to re-roll it?
Sure. Let me enhance this again. Hey, Russians. No.
Is it cut off?
It's cut off too, man. There's supposed to be more to it.
Let's see.
No programs. We have vodka and... let me press that again. I love how we're both, like, physically enhancing. We have vodka and misery. Real Russians, we have no programs. We have vodka and misery. Yes, it's always cold in Russia. You need that fucking Archer quote. Anyway.
I'm going to have subfolders of memes by the time I'm done. And GIFs.
Yes.
Too many.
Yes. You're going to have the yes thing, too. And the show me what you got.
Yes. Yes.
You're going to have, like, folder within folder, just nested folders for 5 years.
I'm going to have, like, fucking 200 GIFs on this thing.
I mean,
I'm gonna be like, no, where's the GIF I need? It's in one of these folders.
So you can nest folders so hard.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
You can nest like thousands of folders within each other.
Yeah, exactly. I think you can nest folders in
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have a root folder that's GIFs, and then it's gonna have 15 folders of other GIFs.
It's also gonna have 15 folders in each GIF.
It's gonna have 15 GIFs, and that's it.
Yeah. Somebody said my
name. I'm gonna have a couple hundred GIFs, and that's it.
Dismatic said my name. Are we about to get dissed? Oh shit! This is where I need the canned response for "fuck off" in the mixer. Anyway, all right. So
anyways, so on to the final story of the evening. With we're rounding it out with the president. So Trump's star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame was destroyed with a pickaxe.
Yep.
Early Wednesday, shortly after the incident, the man who claimed responsibility for the damage turned himself into police.
As we enhance this picture.
The man had not been identified, and no one was hurt in the process. Police told CBS Los Angeles that whoever damaged the star also apparently called it in. The vandalism was reported around 3:30 a.m., and about an hour later, a man who claimed responsibility for the damage turned himself in to police in Beverly Hills and was arrested. It's funny. It's funny because they have this woman here. So it's like, a woman arriving to work at a nearby Walgreens told CBS LA that she thought the man who used the pickaxe on the star was a construction worker. I was sitting at the light on Hollywood and Highland, and I was just seeing a guy going down on, I guess, the ground or whatever. Patricia Cox told the station. I didn't know what was going on, so I turned, and here we are with police everywhere. I love that. Just like, it's not my problem. Fuck it, I'm done.
Well, yeah, it's just like, there's some dude. Maybe did he dress up like a fucking generic worker or what? Like,
I don't know, because I would if I was going to do something like this, because nobody questions it. You put on, a reflective vest, a hard hat, and like 2 cones, you're done.
Yep, you look the part, nobody questions you. That's why I look like a fucking nerd everywhere I go. All I gotta do is carry a laptop with me, and I can social engineer your entire fucking soul out of your chest with my fists.
Later, somebody tagged the site's star with graffiti. The star placed on Hollywood
fucking
Boulevard.
Insult to injury, goddamn.
Recognizes Mr. Trump for his work on the reality show The Apprentice. Apparently, it was vandalized again in just after the 2016, or just before the 2016 election.
Yeah, it's been vandalized multiple times now.
So, in an update to this story, the person who vandalized the star in 2016 paid the bail for the person who vandalized the star just now.
Really? Is it a rich person? Because that dude had to pay like $50,000 as a fine or some shit. And dude,
I don't know. But yeah, the guy paid the bail, and it's just like,
that's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
And it's like, here, I'll pay for you to break the law. Breaking the law! Breaking the law! I wish somebody would support me in breaking the law.
That's it for this evening's show. Thank you for joining us for Table Talk Thursday, episode 68.
As he says, catch us here again Saturday for Speakeasy D&D session at 6 o'clock p.m. CST. Also catch us here Sunday if I get around to making a fucking Shadowrun session again at
check us out again
6 p.m.
Tuesday
on CST for the Shadowrun session, Speakeasy Shadowrun session. And as he's about to say,
check out this channel here Tuesday for the Anime Talk Show Tuesdays. where they talk about anime seasonals in review with Harvey there and our friend Cohen, who's, well, living there with David.
We've switched up to a new format where it's just two fat dudes sitting on a couch talking about weeb shit.
Ah, that's new.
Well, yeah, because I mean he's real here. See, I should get
utilize
him
the
to
green
join
screen
me.
and put some shit going on in the background or something.
Yeah, but like that would require me to move the futon into here or something. Or I can move the green screen.
We'll move the green screen behind the futon in there.
So like if I do that, then the talk show will just be green screen too. I'll just do everything in my room because like, dude, moving this computer is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you're the one who wanted that big ass case. And all
I know
that
it's
shit.
fucking great, so I'm not really bitching too hard. It's just heavy and like
You know, it has those metal rails down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a drill, get some, I don't know how you do threading, and just fucking,
Tap
thread
and
in.
die.
Yeah, and just put some wheels on that thing.
I was actually just gonna buy a furniture dolly. It's big enough that it'll just sit on a furniture dolly.
Okay, well that works too. Whatever.
Furniture dolly, baby. And then I could use it in the future when I move out. It's got multiple
Yeah,
uses.
but if you built in wheels onto it, then you never have to worry about it.
Yeah, but if I buy a furniture dolly, I can use the furniture dolly for furniture when I move out, is what I'm saying.
Well, just pay for moving services.
No,
Probably
fuck that. I'm not paying for moving services unless the company pays me to move. They buy my house next. Fuck that. Which I'm on the way to.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again for joining us tonight. Go ahead and have yourselves a good night, and we'll catch you on the next stream.